Hey everyone, Serge Leblanc here. Now that we've installed SQL Workbench and successfully connected to the Iowa liquor store database, I'll show you how to go through the same queries that we ran using pgadmin, how to execute them in SQL Workbench and see what the difference is. So if we start with a simple query, so the way to run a query in SQL Workbench, we have two options actually. If we hit the top left button here, play, it will go ahead and run that query and it will show the results in this window below. A second way to run this query is actually by hitting Control Return on the Mac. So Control Return will run the query, and I'll show you later on what the difference between those two things are. Now, one thing that I wanted to point out is SQL Workbench offers us an easy way to explore our schemas and our tables by using a thing called Database Explorer here. Now, if your tab isn't showing Database Explorer, you may have to go and click on this cylinder here that's supposed to represent a database. So if we go ahead and we click on this, it'll bring us to the Database Explorer view. And here on the upper left-hand corner, we have a list of the different schemas available. So from our public schema, we can see the different tables that are available. Just as in pgadmin, we have 4 tables in this database, in this schema. So if we click on one of the tables, counties, what this view gives us, it actually shows us which columns are in the counties database, and it also gives us the data type. So that can be super useful. So this is a very easy way to explore the different tables in our schema. Clicking on products, see the same thing. I get a list of column names, data types, and other things here that we don't have to worry about for now. All right, so just a different way to explore the tables. Now, if we go back in here, one thing that I find really useful is, so we can keep on running queries in this window. So let's say I do a simple query on another table. Select star. All right, so I'm going to go ahead now and I'm going to hit Control Return and see what happens. All right, so it ran this query, select star from sales. What's fun about SQL Workbench is it offers a way to save the results that we have in a different tab. So if we go ahead and click on this thing here, right, the next query we run, the result will show in another tab down here. So if I go and hit my cursor here and click and hit Control Return again, the same query will run and the results will show in this window, results 2. So result 1, result 2. Now, the difference between using Control Return and the play button here to run the query is the play button will actually run everything that's in this window, while Control Return will run things that are between the semicolons. So if my cursor is up here, between this, on top of this semicolon, and I hit Control Return, it'll run this query from the products table. If I go ahead and click play, it will run them both. Right, so the results for the first one showed up in results 4, the results for the second one showed up in results 5. And there's actually a third way, is by highlighting. If we go ahead and just highlight and then hit play, it'll just run whatever is highlighted. Okay, so I thought that was hope that's helpful. And for those of you who are interested, you can feel free to play around with some more features. And if you have any questions, please let me know.